Regina has been trending for a while, and some said, or some are saying, she's really acting at Gen Z, and that maturity nearly wound for Ned Nwoko's house. That she's not meant for that kind of elite, or that she's from the trenches, regardless of some few dollars, like $50,000, that her mom claimed she had invested in Ned Nwoko's life. Well, it's time to create that storm. G. Watching Sammy cry broke me and still breaking me. Jaida screaming, "My daddy is bleeding," chattered me. But no yawa, it forever remains family over any freaking body. Now, this Sweezy, somehow I think through the great kindness of Nedi Wonko, he lives in the United Kingdom. School him there, whatever type shit. That's now the slang, the Gen Z type shit. And that's some of the things that Regina dropped. So Regina responded, "Bro, no make me cry now. Ned go just carry me once, but no worms, we rugged am." Now I want to show you something. She she wrote this. Two concluded sworn enemies reuniting with no negative ulterior motive other than their daughter's happiness. And I dare question God for putting me in this situation. They are currently in Abuja. Sammy detainment is taking way too long, but we will get him out even if I have to march there myself and create a storm since they want me. My father is a lawyer. I think she wants to write, "My father was a lawyer." Maybe the type of charge and bill type shit. No, that kind of Regina Daniels. I mean, I had said this back then when Regina and Ned Wonko got together. I said there is still going to be some drama type shit, you know? Yeah. So, according to Regina, her father was a lawyer, actually one of the biggest back in the day. I'm kind of wondering how big this man is and nobody knows him. But then, she said Nigeria happened. So I'm kind of wondering, was your father a medical doctor? Because if you said my dad was one of the best doctors in those days, but something happened, Nigeria happened, then maybe your dad had committed some, but your father was a lawyer type shit and Nigeria happened to your father. Like, how big can your father be? What kind of case did your father engage? Like, what happened? Did they debar your father? Like, hey, you can no longer. And ever since then till today, he has not been able to find his feet in this same Nigeria. Oh, Nigeria type shit. I will tell you more about my father later. And my mother, she's a powerhouse. What do you want to tell us about your mom? Okay, they will do anything for their children. I love you, mom and dad. This is all I actually ever wanted. Type shit. May God help. May God help. This is getting funnier. So let us look at this again. I really did speak. I tried my best. I did try my best to reconcile them after the fight. I messaged Ned. He posted on Instagram 8 minutes after and tagged by siblings, drug addicts. Like, "Bro, do you have some evil manipulative agenda?" And you stated, "Oh, I never did raise my hand or any woman on channels. If we start to talk, mother of your kids, you're trying to tarnish her image. Same thing you did to your other wives. Why are they all labeled drug addicts? I want to know." This is just a tip of my brother doesn't get released tomorrow. Make everywhere scatter. If he won't scatter, you have done enough. And please grant interviews now because you said if she does, you will too. Now she's granting. Please grant too. You know Kuku love her before. Now pressure from your family people make you find her come and she tick the box. Now that bad wife, you are pushing us. So this is Nedu Wonko's allegedly his chat. Not happy for sir, I'm not happy. I will appreciate you really apply excessive maturity in handling this matter and avoid the media to the best level. I won't advise you wash all your linens outside. I am not in support of you eating as same as I am not in support of the online banters. There has to be a matured person in the midst of everything. I hope you handle this with better understanding. Whatever happens to the eye has happened to the nose. And allegedly, this is Ned's response. Absolutely. Thanks for your maturity and understanding. We don't know what is what now. Is this you and Sammy's first fight? Tell the world because this came online accompanying you. Only this year alone, I have intervened 3 times: March, June, October, or when Sammy came to fight you for trying to eat my mom. Normally, you think you are mad, but you see, this media, I hold it strong. The world is not stupid. This is coming from Regina's elder brother. So let us go to the beginning. A lot of people have asked, how did Regina Daniels and Eddie Nwoko meet? Was it the mother that worked it, or is it Regina? We've heard from the mom saying, no, it was my daughter that was interested and nothing more. We didn't really support it. She said she is love struck. So, one of Ned Nwonko's aide wrote, it said, the day Regina Daniel and Ned first met in Uboko, a mom brought her to apply for Ned Nwonko's scholarship for undergraduate. They said they helped Ned Nwonko with $50,000, but Ned Nwonko had enough money, or let us say his constituency, or whatever it is, had enough money to offer scholarship, and they helped Ned Nwonko with $50,000. So, Okwelum, Silvanus originator, refused to give her form, insisting that she is not an indigent student. Then she claimed she was in Igbeni Dion University. The mother started shouting that her daughter is qualified for the scholarship. Then Nwoko came out stunned. He recognized Regina Daniels and ushered them in. Then Regina Daniel and her family were still living in a rented flat, a one old story building somewhere in Akpu Junction Road, Asaba, with peach and green color. The next thing was the news of Rolex watch and Mercedes car gift, and yet she said she never had anything to her name. Then he bought our family a mansion behind Sweet Spirit Hotel, Opanam Road. Yet, Regina said that she doesn't have anything to her name. Her mom was gifted a whole house, a mansion. At Nedwonko's next arrival, Regina, Daniel, and her mom appeared from Nedwonko's PG and straight to Ugboko. On getting there, Nedwonko did kola nut, Ishegware, for Rita Daniel, mother to Regina. The Ishegware was 30K, $30,000. Rita Daniel was out of control, showering Ned with praise and smiling cheaply. From her reaction, you do confirm that she had not seen that kind of money in her life, ever. About a month, Ned was back home, and I heard them pressuring Ned to intervene to release Regina Daniel's slim brother that was in detention in matter relating to reckless lifestyle. I can't quite remember if it was bordering on possession of hard drugs or accident under influence. Now, I remember back then, yes, during that same period, this is correct, during that same period, because I covered that story then. During that same period, Regina Daniel's mother was screaming and shouting because certain police officers had arrested him. She was screaming and shouting the same. And I'm wondering, this guy looks like somebody that will be involved in some kind of terrible thing. I think it was an accident thing based on cheap Miri, some hard drugs. But Ned Wonko was visibly not having it. But then he does not want to refuse Regina Daniels' request. In protest, he said, this is the last time I will be intervening for that boy on this kind of matters. He has to change and become a better person. It is that same boy that Ned Nwoko arrested now. That guy is something else. So this same boy was once arrested in Lagos for beating up a DPO with his gang. It was Ned Nwoko that intervened. The first visit of that boy to Ned Nwonko's house, Ned asked him to identify a tree in the compound, and he said fig tree. Ned Nwoko gave him $2,000 and he wanted to faint. These are the people accusing Ned, saying that they sponsored Ned to be what he became. If you ever worked with Ned, you will know he does not eat meat or fish. He's a vegetarian. He does not take alcohol nor any carbonated drink. Ned Nwoko drinks only two things: water and Moroccan tea. He also does not encourage anyone to take alcohol, but he will personally serve you that tea and water. I know these things because I was once his close aide. I was his SA student affairs for years, and we did a little bit more than that for him, though. I may not be on the same page with Senator Ned Nwoko today, but there are some lies that cannot sell out about him. And let's forget Ned Nwoko lost 90% of his die-hard followers and believers when Regina and her mom stepped in. Oh, I remember our dear barrister, Nwankegu. That beautiful lady would worship the ground Ned walked. She would never publicly embarrass Ned Nwoko like this. She would relate with and appeal with his followers to be patient with Oga while she intervened. But Regina came in and she was history. Ladies and gentlemen, we can go on and on about this, you know? Now, social media is not tired. Someone wrote this. You left someone like this to marry Ned Nwoko, a man who already has several wives, and you still want people to believe it wasn't about the money. I don't want to play the part of this Kayamata seller. I don't want to promote her. She talked about how she had helped Regina Daniels to achieve this so-called virginity. That Regina Daniels was not a virgin. You know, Ned keeps talking about how Regina Daniels is a virgin. She said there are certain stuff, if applied. Some are saying she's trying to do a comeback after her falling, whatever. Whatever it is. The thing is that Nedunko will not forget Regina Daniels in a hurry. So, whilst Regina Daniels' other brother, is there, is going to be dragged to the court for misbehaving. The one in the UK that thinks somehow he is safe, he wrote this, a seven senator confirming that he slapped his wife. At your age, you don't know how to handle your marriage. If them ask harm now, you go say na self-defense. You need this therapy and rehab. If no be Gina, you for win election, contested three times and lost. You don't even know your paternity. Your mother is the Nwonko. Go and look for your paternity. Only a man that does know his father behaves this that doesn't know his father behaves this way. Omnipotent. Tell the world why you were debarred from the UK. Why is it only Arab countries you can travel to? You can't listen to my advice. You can't listen to my mom. You can't listen to my father. He didn't stop at that. He wrote, you have lost all the respect. If you ask, he go say, she came for my money. You came for her fame. Transaction successful. Case closed. She made you a senator. Used her to door campaign. She was the sweetest. Now a drug lord. Ba, you're a narcissist. Fame is money. Is Regina your other wives? Regina will destroy and tarnish your image. I warned you, remember, I warned you. You should be prosecuted for domestic violence. This family, they are simply a joke. I do not understand what she meant by Regina Daniels helped Nedunwoko to win election. Is it presidency or governorship election? Nedunwoko does not need the presence of Regina Daniels to win election in his state. They know him there, and it's a senatorial thing. It's a particular section of the state. They know him. If he already had sponsorship program and some other programs giving people scholarship in that state. At that time, he was contesting against someone else who was also pulling weight. Regina had nothing to do with anything. Uh, it is unfortunate. Now, let us ask, is it that Regina is more endowed and looks more prettier than the lady from Morocco and some other women there? No, not at all. But let us say Regina is a known person. Like I've always said, I am not in support of any form of violence, verbal or physical. But I do understand that Regina is not like the other wives, like I said. She's someone who has attained certain heights. But then, this Asaba Wood thing is a broke thing. Yeah, they're not really that rich. Mm-mm. If they were or are rich, I'm sure that Regina Daniels' mother would have been extremely rich, very rich.